You ready for this coffee?
I'm ready for this coffee. I'm already I'm already down.
I know. I should have bought like 5 cans, but
I
we're
got
gonna get into the price point on this in a second.
good because I I got lucky. I went this morning to pick up the coffee.
Oh, did you?
I did,
I,
and
I thought you went like earlier in the week.
I showed you a little
Yeah.
sneak peek. I grabbed because I went online and I looked at the different styles.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that one of the styles that I picked up was like a vanilla latte keto something. This stuff's
Gotcha.
really big on keto. And before we get too deep into our review, we are talking about Trident coffee. For those that don't know, this week's coffee um, review is on Trident coffee. They are a canned cold brew. They got a bunch of different options. But
Yep.
Gregor found this one over at Sprouts, otherwise known as Whole Foods Junior.
Junior, Whole Foods
Yeah,
Light. But
and
you know what's
Sprout.
funny, real quick about Sprouts is sometimes you'll go in Sprouts and their stuff they'll have things more expensive than Whole Foods, and it's like a vice versa.
Greg,
So
I had stuff in the cart just in the top part where we throw the kid
mhm.
in and the legs go through. The checkout was like 115. I don't even know what I bought. I got some pickles, some spicy sauerkraut,
So
and
$20 pickles.
some coffee. And I check out, and it was like 115 bucks. I'm like, what the
I
hell?
I know. I
I'm
know. I know how that
savoring.
goes.
I'm savoring this coffee. So I'm not. This is not something that's going to get consumed very quickly. It's going to be
Right.
savored. I'm definitely going to be savoring
Right.
it. So, um, Gregor, what do you think of this? Since you've had some time with this coffee.
Well, here, let's go down the specs, and props to you for getting all the info in here ahead of
You're welcome.
time. Um, so this coffee is called Trident coffee. I just found this just kind of on a whim there at Sprouts one day when I was walking through. I'm always down to try a little canned coffee, a little cold brew. Um, this is an organic nitro cold brew. So there's a lot of buzzwords in there, right? Organic and nitro and cold brew. So I was like, okay, I don't, not, we've talked about the difference between organic and non-organic on this show, and yeah, I don't think there's really much of a tasteable difference there when you're drinking. It's kind of a social responsibility thing. This one in particular is called Calm Under Pressure, and on the can they have this artwork of I don't know what type of diving, like what's that helmet? I don't know what that's called, but it's like
I
the
don't know what the
big
helmet's
metal
called, but
helmet
it's
with
some
the
kind of scuba guy
yeah. Yeah,
before they
it's
had
like
scuba
that
tanks.
old right, exactly, and you had to have the tube going up to the surface where they pump the air down. Um, it says it's a Bali Blue Moon bean, which is interesting because I think Bali Blue Moon was one of the first types of uh don't bust all over that office, George. I think the Bali Blue Moon is one of the first types of coffees that I had that had a different taste to it. This is back like during the coffee bean era when I was like, oh, the coffee bean and tea leaf has all these different coffees, and it's one of the things I bought. Um, it's a wash process, and
Ooh,
it's interesting that it says it is a dark roast. You good over there?
yeah. I just opened the can.
It says it's a dark roast, which we don't usually f with that around here. But the way they process this, obviously, I think just doing the cold brew, we've talked about this before. Whenever I've gotten beans that are like a dark roast and somewhat burnt, the key there, just go ahead and do a cold brew on it, and it's going to take out so much of that bitterness from that over roasting. And I
Yeah.
think this is something that probably benefits from that greatly, considering that it says it's a dark roast. Infused with cacao nibs and L-Theanine. Now, I'm wondering, their tasting notes are dark chocolate, sweet, and citrus. I'd get zero point 0.0 citrus in this.
So
However, cacao, it is mad chocolatey. And so I'm wondering if that chocolate flavor is coming more from the cacao beans or if it's, the coffee, or maybe they're just complementing each other there. But the real thing here is that L-theanine. I've had a couple of cans of this, over the past week or so. That L-Theanine, I think, really kind of, for just this amount of coffee, I get done. I feel like I've had like maybe 3 coffees, right?
Really?
So, yeah, I don't feel like overly jittery though. It's just I have this mental focus and this mental acuity. I'm awake. I'm mentally focused. I don't feel like I need another cup of coffee or anything after drinking this. For whenever I'm tired, that is. So I had one once just during a regular day, and another time I think when I was off like 3 hours of sleep, and it'll truly just picked me up and took me through the rest of the day. So I was pretty impressed with that. And then, I mean, I'm going to assume that's due to the L-theanine in it. I like the coffee. I don't think there's anything specific here. If you're like, ooh, citrus, I'm really into citrus and dark chocolate flavor, you're not going to get that.
No.
That's not, I don't think it's serving that purpose here. And I have a feeling that's probably why they sell their other varieties, like you mentioned. I'll let you talk more about it here in a minute, but like the vanilla latte and all that type of thing. For people that are looking for some type of super flavor coming out of a canned coffee, this is for people that are maybe used to sugar and things like that. And then they're using the buzzword of keto because that's one of the more popular diet regimes to be on now. Um, so I like it. I really do. I think this is something that's nice to have on hand, just to have a couple cans in the fridge if you're not making your own cold brew, or if you're on the run and you just need to stop off somewhere and get a cold brew coffee. Um, I just think it's great to have. It's canned. It's got the nitro to it. Again, we've talked about nitro before. I'm not sure I'm seeing the positives of there being a nitro infusion on this to pop it and
This,
hear it go. Shh.
sorry, I'm having my assistant bring me the other can here in the studio. This is the other can, and see how it says vanilla keto. Let me go over to camera 2 here. See how it says like still nitro cold brew, but it says
Ambrotos.
vanilla keto latte. So we're gonna figure out what that is. Literally,
Tell me what that is. What sweetener are they using on there? I'm interested because it's obviously not going to be sugar. It's going to be a sweetener.
Um, this one's got monk fruit extract.
That's what it
You see
is. So
ingredients:
that is something
water,
that's something you got
coffee,
to be careful of.
medium chain triglyceride oil,
MCT oil.
acacia senegal,
Okay.
gellan gum, monk fruit extract, vanilla extract. But
Okay.
I don't see. I mean, it sounds good. It's saying, tasting note says chocolate, vanilla, and creamy.
Monk fruit
If
can be a little funky sometimes on that aftertaste, so I'll be interested. Let me know what that's like.
look at this, this other one is infused with MCT oil,
Yes, and that'll
which
get you lit.
we know that's on the bulletproof coffee when you make that brand.
Yes.
So if I could lend some tasting notes to this here, crack the can open, give it a good whiff. It smells to me like chocolate and vanilla mixed together. And for those that have heard me speak in the past, there is a new cocktail. I think we discussed it a few episodes ago. We discussed Liquor 43, how it was made the newest craze for coffee drinks. I was turned on to it at a cigar bar here in town. It is my new favorite drink. Like normally I'll have a latte after dinner. I started ordering these after dinner, and it's weird. Everybody goes, "Oh, you know what that is?" It's like, I didn't know it was new.
No,
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's delicious. It's 2 shots of espresso and 1 shot of that
that's
Liquor
what I know.
43.
Yeah.
But it's called, and pardon my Latin, or all of our Latin, probably 2 million Latin listeners out there. A Carajillo is Carajillo. That's
That's pretty good. Bill
that's
Cosby.
the, yeah.
We can't get down with that.
No. So it to me, this smells like the Carajillo drink that they make. Just because it adds that vanilla. There's vanilla in here, and I know it's not in the tasting notes, but that's what I smell.
Okay.
This is not a strong coffee flavor to me.
No,
Um,
you can
this
even
is this is on the light side.
see kind of how thin that is right there.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked. And I think that's one of the misconceptions about dark roast. Is it? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be strong. It just means that
Right.
they roasted it darker. Um,
And well, I mean, even when we talk about strength, right? Yeah, it comes down to your, what is it? What do they call that? Particles per.
yeah,
They use
million.
that nano that. So yeah, parts. Yeah, we'll just say that parts per million, parts per thousand. However they measure that, that's what really kind of gives you that strength flavor. Is how concentrated the coffee particles is to that water ratio.
Yeah,
And we've talked about it before as well that dark roast coffee actually has less caffeine than light roast coffee.
yeah. And the other thing I thought we would have seen online, which I was looking for, is their ratio. Their ratio
Mm,
for the cold brew. I didn't see
that's a good
that,
point.
but anyway, it's not a kick in the face of coffee flavor. I think I told you I got one at Costco not too long ago. It's a nitro cold brew. I tend to like the nitros more than regular unless I make it at home myself. The ones I make at home with the coffee that we use on the show
Yeah,
are delicious. I mean, when you talk about pulling all the flavors out of coffee, it is by
yeah,
far better to make at home than it is to buy. But
I
this
agree.
this isn't bad. Again, it just has that. It has a little bit of that vanilla flavor and smell in there, but it's not overpowering. It's definitely dark chocolate. It doesn't have the sweetness of milk chocolate. So if you see chocolate, just know that it has the dark chocolate, not bitterness, but more smelling and flavor profile of a darker
Yeah,
chocolate.
yeah.
And that's, it's funny because I did these notes and it says shake vigorously and open slowly. So the first can I did not shake
Uh-huh.
vigorously, and I definitely didn't open it slowly. I should have read my notes before I opened the first can. I did the second
Here's the
one.
thing.
You saw it on here live.
Yeah, you tasted 0.0 difference in the
No difference.
coffee whether you
No
shook it or
difference.
not.
Yeah.
Very very novel concept, and I think they're just trying to. They want you to have red nitro on the can, and then when you open it, have it go.
Yeah.
That's what they want. There's
If
no, I feel zero benefit from the actual shaking.
if you drink or experience some of the nitro cold brew beers, Left Hand Stout makes one, a milk stout, where they tell you to pour it. They don't tell you to shake it, but they tell you to pour
They just say
hard,
pour hard. Yep.
and you tip it upside down, and then it'll fold and do all of its things. I saw someone yesterday. I was drinking a Guinness on the golf course yesterday, and after the round, we sit down. She brought over an icy cold glass, and she put the can like deep in the glass after she opened it and slowly pulled the can up. How have I
Hmm.
never seen this? How has no
Uh,
other server
that's an
or
old bar
bartender?
technique. Yeah,
Yeah. And
we
it
used
was,
to do
I'm
that.
like, this is brilliant. How have I never? So
So
now I got home.
when we used to have to get multiple can pours into glasses,
Yeah.
you just pop and just drop it in, and you let them start gassing out and filling up to that can level there while you're doing mixed drinks, and then you just come back and you just pull them.
It's brilliant.
So it's kind of
It
like
is so
putting the
cool.
brakes on the pressure process. Yeah.
So I think now that I remember that, I kind of wish I would have done that with this can. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but you know, you can see. I mean, it definitely creates like a crema froth like stuff
Hmm.
on top of the thing here. So if you look at, I mean, and I got a few ice cubes in here, so it's not like it's too crazy, but it's good.
Is that the
It
vanilla one right there, or the latte?
I didn't open the latte one. I
Oh,
just
okay.
because we're
Okay.
just doing this one, so I haven't done that. But no, I
Keeping it
had
real.
shit. Hey, we go hard. I'm probably going to
So
be awake for
speaking
3 days.
I see in your notes here, what did you put for the price point? You have a 6 pack. So you didn't buy it in a pack, did you? Was it in a pack?
No, It was a single can.
No, so you bought individual cans, yeah.
I will
So
tell
you have
you right now.
$27 here. $27 for a 6-pack. Yeah, I remember the can I think was $4 for one can.
How'd you get it on sale?
I'm pretty sure it was $3.99
Shit,
per can.
$7.98.
Wait, per can?
Mm-hmm. Here, I'll show proof to all the audience. Can cold brew.
Oh wait, no, that's for 2 cans. That's 2 cans. See, it says 2.
Okay, so it was
$3.99.
All right,
Yeah,
my bad.
all right.
I was just looking at the
I was
total.
finna
All right,
say.
never mind, Gregor. You caught me.
We'll just blur that out and
We'll blur that out.
cut that part. We don't.
Still listen to that.
We can't sound.
I guess I didn't
sound like we don't know what we're doing.
I'll have some guy out there in the comments telling me I didn't do my research. We'll get into that later. So it looks like Trident Coffee was created around a naval officer, Eric Johnson, started brewing his own cold brew during his final tour of duty in Iraq. Thank you for your service, Eric. Eric used his downtime to immerse himself in the coffee culture and started experimenting with recipes. You can read all this good stuff back on Trident's website. I put a picture of the tap handles because they do have a tap room, for lack of a better term, a tap room for coffee. I want one of these tap handles. So I didn't see it available online to buy, but we'll have to like put a picture on social so people know. I mean, I'll probably put this picture. Maybe I'll use this picture on the thumbnail for this episode on YouTube.
You can get that tap. If you get the tap, you better just get a barrel of cold brew in there to pour from.
Here's the thing. I definitely won't get drunk, but I won't be able to sleep
You won't go to sleep
again.
either.
Ever again. Just forget sleep. Design. You want to get into design here, Gregor? What do you think?
All right, I'm gonna be brief but quick. I think that I like the gold, black, white contrast, right? They even, you even get like this somewhat of a gold foil, or I'm not sure how that exactly works on these type of wrapped cans because you can see the seam. So it's not printed directly on the can, but that's fine. I'm not upset or worried about that. I just think that the elements tend to get a bit crowded at times, right? Like we got a bit too concerned about all these little badges here. I don't know if I feel like the type is a bit much to read at times on here as well, but I really like the logo. So there's that. And they have different artwork in all the cans. Like we saw the mermaid on the one you had. And if you go to their website here, tridentcoffee.com, I think they have like 6, 7, 8 different flavors or something. And you can order directly from the website, whatever. But their design is unique on every can. So I do like that. It's not just like a name change and just swapping out, maybe just a logo or something on there. And the cans are different color wraps with different artwork and, all these different names. So yeah, I like it. I like it. I don't think it's amazing, but I like it. It's well done.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do appreciate, I didn't, and now that I'm just looking at the website again, they sell their coffee. They sell actual coffee, so not just cold brew. Coffee.
Oh, they even sell your favorite K-Cups.
Ooh.
We'll get to that later.
Look at all these options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cans.
Yeah, 6 cans.
He's got a lot going on.
They have 10 different roasts. So, hey, check them out. I mean, they have amazing reviews. I'm not, and they have a discount on like your first order. The whole, sign up and you'll get 20% off. Or,
yeah.
Obviously, if you're wow, so spend $80 to get free shipping. I'm assuming that's because most of what they sell is their canned coffee, so that weighs a lot. And then they have subscription models too. You can pay with Amazon Pay, so you might even be able to find this on Amazon. So check them out, tridentcoffee.com. It's something I recommend. I think it'd be the perfect thing for a road trip or something to that effect. Stop. You're going out of town, stop by Sprouts or Whole Foods or whoever carries it. Grab a couple cans, hit the road.
If you're driving, this is perfect. You're not going to sleep
Solid.
for 18 straight hours. This is gonna, you sounded like you knew what thionine was. I don't,
L-theanine. I
but
can't say
yeah, theanine.
I can't sit here and off the top of my head, but it is used like in a lot of pre-workout supplements, or it's used like in focus. People say, "Oh, take this and it'll help you focus and be more awake and
Gotcha.
smarter while you work in the day." So it's I don't want to say stimulant, but it's supposed to help with cognition, I guess. I don't know
Mm,
what I'm saying. So we are not giving medical advice. If
yeah,
you want to take L-theanine, please consult with a doctor or a
yeah.
physician.
Go do your own research about thionine. I'm not.
Do your
Yeah,
own research.
do your own research. We're not researching thionine for you. So it's in this can of coffee. We didn't look it up.
Uh,
So they did it. So go talk to them about their research if you would
that's
like to know
right.
more about thionine. And that's the coffee
That's
review,
it.
Gregor. You're
That's it,
welcome.
my
You're
man.
welcome, Trident.